So we are now in the basement of my little horse store in Louisville, and this is where, as you can see, I have a lot of mid-century modern inspired furniture, 50s, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. Kind of classics in the genre of what for me is like, it's like the art pieces of furniture making, and this particular style I've always been interested in, particularly in San Francisco. When I moved to San Francisco and got my graduate degree, and I moved out there with some friends who were really well versed in mid-century furniture. I mean, these guys knew a lot of the classic pieces that I didn't know, but when I saw them, of course, I thought they were really cool. But they actually had some of the furniture in their houses, and we were able to go around San Francisco looking for stuff and seeing stuff in great stores. They had great vintage stores out there, great furniture stores, great used bookstores, great record stores. Everything was good in San Francisco for sure, and Los Angeles too. But yeah, so this interest in furniture kind of culminates here in this space, which is a little bit in transition right now. We have had a lot of different things going on down here. Always had some furniture, have a lot of high-end hi-fi home stereo equipment, and also some audio gear for musicians as well, like guitar amps and other pieces like that. But what we're working towards now is creating a music listening club down here in this space. So a little less cluttered with furniture, a little more room for people to sit. Obviously some construction area over there going on, that will change. But the focus of this space is, well, one, these beautiful JBL 4355 speakers here, which are a fascinating story in themselves, if we can talk about hi-fi for a second here. These speakers were put out by JBL, which is James B. Lansing. So very famous speaker maker and a very good sound engineer. These are incredibly large speakers. These were built to put in recording studios. They're the JBL Professional Series Model 4355. They weigh 265 pounds a piece. And these were made very popular by The Who. The famous rock band from the 60s and 70s. Who put a couple pairs of these in one or more of their studios and recorded a couple albums with them, and they caught on and became kind of the rage for people to have in their music studios. So they're an extremely great studio monitor. They're really good for playback, for really pure sound of what they're recording in the studio. So I came upon these in quite an unusual way. I have a friend who likes to go to garage sales. You call him a picker. He's out there picking all the time. He ran into a woman that had promised him some free records at another garage sale, and he lost track of her, ran into her again a year or so later, and she said, "Hey, I got those records for you, and why don't you come over, and I've got some speakers in my garage that were my dad's, and I'll give them to you. I just need to get them out of the garage. They're taking up a lot of space." So this friend comes over to the store, sells me some of the records, and then says, "Here, look at this photo on my phone. See if you can tell what these are. They're buried in the corner, and they look like they're in fairly rough shape, but let's see if we can figure out what they are." And I took one look and saw the blue face on the speakers. I hadn't seen these speakers before, but I knew JBL on their professional stuff usually put that blue face on their speakers. So I said, "What are you doing right now? Can we go pick those up immediately?" And so we got in my old Volkswagen bus, and we trudged over there, and we dug these things out, and I mean, they looked like they had been dragged behind a pickup up a canyon. They were in pretty bad shape, but luckily the drivers, the cones, the foam, pretty good. Everything else internally very good. Just the outside surrounds, the wood surrounding was in really bad shape. So I had a woodworking friend completely re-veneer them, so they're all brand new on the outside. And then I had another friend go through and re-foam the drivers here. As you can see, this foam here, this often deteriorates, so he redid those. And he even put in new cones on these mid-range drivers. So pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, those speakers, I mean, who knows what they're really worth. There's pairs that have sold on eBay for 16,000, and there's pairs that have been listed for closer to 75, 80,000. So pretty great find, and those will be the centerpiece of my music listening club that I want to have down here, a private club. That's the idea. Great sound system, cool furniture, cool mid-century stuff for people to sit and lounge in, listen to great music, DJed by people that really know their stuff, and maybe a drink or two.